I am so sorry. My system crashed on me, so I just have to. So I'm modeling other props. Okay, so I'm trying to create a hand washing basin sort of. So, that's too much. So I'm going to have this MS. Okay, so I have that. So depending on whatever I want. So if I want this edge to have a sharp edge, so I could just come over to this place, add a loop here and also another loop somewhere here. I need to zoom in at the supporting loop edge there. So we have that flowing along that side. Okay, so maybe I will do similar things here. So I'll come here, create a loop here, create another one here. To create that sharp edge. Okay, so for this top, if you check this place, I don't know if I like this. I need to define this edge here. This top here, I need to define it. So I'll select this, add a loop somewhere here, also here. So I have that definition. Okay, so that's fine. Okay, so I'm going to be a lot slower now because my mouse, I told you, you noticed my mouse was giving me problems, so I had to just get rid of it. So I'm using my touchpad now. So this might be a lot slower now. So I have that. Okay, and also by the way, for the WC here, I went back to Revit to bring that. I didn't have time to be modeling, so I just brought this back from Revit to finish up. Okay, so every time we bring in model from Revit, we always have this font issue, so we just resolve that here. So I have this sharp edge. So if I bring this to 60 or maybe 90, 120, no, breaking that down. If we try 20, 40, and so I think I'm just going to put this into a subdivision surface and end it. Okay, so we have that. So the next thing I think we would do is to create this shower. Ctrl Z, create the shower here. Somewhere here. So if I bring back this ceiling and that wall, so look for the ceiling to be back, and we have some walls there. So let's just look at the right wall. Not that. Definitely this is it. Alright, so we have this. Okay, so I'm going to bring in. Okay, so I'm trying to look at the design, what design I'm going to have. So let's look at pipe, cylinder, and bring this out here. Okay, so bring this over here and reduce this, and so I could just isolate that also to work. So I think I don't really need this many rotational segments, so 16 is fine, but I definitely need a lot of height segments. Okay, so maybe we should bring this back to 12 because I'm going to be far from it anyways. So I'm going to bring in a bend deformer. I'll make the bend deformer a child, so if I rotate this, this is what I get to have. So I want to rotate it 90 degrees, and I want to limit this, so I'm going to bring this down just so I have this. Maybe we should say 40 or 20, 10. Okay, I think 10 is fine. Then another thing is the height is too much, so maybe we'll bring it to a height of 40 and bring this bend up so that this is where we have this. We might even need to reduce this radius, so maybe 1, and go back to bend this. No, not that, this down. So I think this is fine. So this is going to be the top of the shower. Then I'm going to bring this out, remove this, and reduce this down. Okay, so for this, You don't need this many height segments. One is enough. And bring this out a little bit. Camera is going to be far from it anyway, so you also want to work um, wisely and effective. So it's going to be that far from it. So I think I should just reduce this height and bring another one up here. Okay, so what I could just do is come over to these guys and add the fillet to it. So for this one here, maybe the fillet is going to be 0.02 and 2 is alright. Then for this right here, I think I like this. I think I like that. Okay, so I'll leave that here. So I'm going to duplicate this and move it up. Increase this. Start with, let's get rid of the cap. Increase this. Get rid of fillers rather. And I will change the orientation to minus or plus X. So we have that. If I check this view as, so we can bring this over to this place. So you would understand what I'm trying to do in a bit. So once I'm done, you get that. So let's make this 16 or 36. Okay, so duplicate this, reduce the scale. Okay, so I'm going to convert this to editable format. Bring this out. What can I do? I think I will go to this mode, UL, and bring this out. Can you see the problem I was talking about? So I need to go to point mode, Control A, optimize. No. Optimize, and if I go back here, this should solve that problem. So we have that. The other thing we're going to do is we're going to create a loop here at the middle, and I'm going to reduce this UL, then scale this down. So I'm actually trying to create a shower. So we have this, then KL. Man, I'm having a lot of problem. Okay. So I'll do another one here, another one here. Yes. So loop selection, select this inner loop and extrude inwards or extrude it outwards. So come here, UL, select that loop. So I'm going to bevel this edge. I think I'm going to stop this here, probably here. Okay, oh God, I have done something bad here. Okay, so I should just duplicate this and bring this back down. Reduce the height. Start with, I'm going to get rid of this fillet so it can allow me reduce the height. Okay, so I can bring this back. Okay, so I'm good here. So I could just bring this out. Okay, so I have this shower config. So if I unsolo this, let's see. So we could rotate this right here, this right here. Alright, so we're going to rotate this here 90 degrees. So this is what we're moving over to this place. So if I go to top view and let's see what we have. So a wall is here. To make sure it interacts with this. So once we have that, we can bring it over to this place. Okay, so we have that section. So I just need to move it up. Okay, so we have that. So the other thing I'm going to do is copy out this so I don't have to do everything. copy out this and bring it down and rotate over here 90 degrees. So this is going to be more like a pump, so you need a pump so you can just work with that. So this guy right here, I'm going to make it 180 and bring it down and possibly increase this, not that, increase. Am I correct there? Okay, so increase this. So for us to have this hole, pump hole. Okay, so we're going to do similar to this. Copy this out, remove this, and scale this down. Okay, so we have that handle there. Okay, so I'm going to duplicate this, bring one here, and for a moment take this out. Solo this and finish up. Okay, so we have this right here and another one here. Then create another one. Then rotate this. So for this, we can bring the radius to 0.8, maybe 0.5, bring it down. Okay, so we have that. Then duplicate this again. So if I could just bring this over 0.1, 0.08, and that's fine. This one, possibly 0.2 should do. Let's try point one. Okay, this is fine. Okay, I think I would need one more here. And then change this to positive x. Okay, so I think we're fine with this. So this is our pump, so we get rid of that and look at the placement of our pump. Okay, so the pump should be here. Okay, that's all stats parts. Okay, so what else? I think that's okay. What else do we need? I think that's pretty much things that I need. I could just possibly want to play around here, sort of. So maybe I want to just play around like I always do. So bring, alright, so let's just create another simulation here, a cloud simulation on this um, platform right here. So we just okay. So I'm going to 30 should be fine. I think I should make things accurate. So if we have 150, maybe this should be 75, thereabouts. So if that is that, that's 60. So that more like half of this is this and half of that is that. So we get equal subdivision. So I'm going to see to convert that to the table format. Select this guy and right click on it. Simulation tag, we're going to add a cloud collider. Then for this one, we're going to add a cloud tag to this. And also I want to right click on this, also add a cloud collider. So let me play this simulation here. It should fall down, but then we have a lot of issues here. Okay, so if I come over to this class object under export, so let's try And then another thing I would do is to come over to this place. Um, Flexion, let's bring this to 80. And iteration, let's bring this to 10 and see what we have again. So it shouldn't drag more. So now we have this stiffness is too much, so we can bring the stiffness way down. 30, bring this to let's say 40, and select these guys too. Make them a close collider. And let's see again what happens. It should collide with it. So I feel this is sliding. So what I can do here is to go back. Come to these guys. Bounce should be 0 and the friction should be much. The same thing goes with this. And that is force I want. Tag, okay, yeah. So here I want the bounce to be more like 2, a little bit of bounce, and friction 95. And let's see. And I think this is too stiff. Let's bring this back to the default and let's see. So we could bring this back, go to this, and Control A, right click, subdivide. 1 is okay. Smoothing it, go back to this. No, 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 no. Not Dressomatic. So I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. So what I should have done was to set initial. That's what I wanted to do before I activate. Okay, so we could play this once more.
Thank you for coming
This
back to
should
my
take
channel
a
once
longer
again. This is
time.
Joseph from
So it's
Jouleconcepts.
just
Here I
interacting with
throw
it.
an
So it
area
should have
tutorial on
more
how to use tools in 3D
um,
motion graphics. Things you
folds
would
and
never have thought of.
all that.
So
So
please,
once I'm
if you're new
okay,
to
I
this
am going
channel,
to
do subscribe for more tutorials. Also hit the bell icon in order to be notified every time I
stop
drop a new
and make
tutorial.
it editable, and that's all. So I think I'm going to bring this back. Create an object that I'll bring under it. Alright, so the idea is this should collide with it, but I don't want to see it. So I just want to have an illusion that this thing is colliding with something under it. Something is under it, so to say. So once I have that, I'll right click. Possibly I would give this a little bit of rounding so it doesn't get too sharp. Okay, so that's fine. So I'm going to add a simulation tag, cloud collider. Then the cloud collider, I'm going to forget it. zero this out and increase the friction. And let's play this again. So once I'm satisfied, I'm going to stop the simulation and just delete the tag. Create an initial state, then delete the tag. So I'm going to have something like that. Okay, I think I'm fine with this. So what I'll do is to select this, go over to dresser, create initial state. So once I go back, that is all. So I can delete this tag. I don't need that anymore. And also this cube, I don't need the cube. Except if my camera is, so my camera will not be seeing that. So I like that. So I'm going to delete this also. And these two tags, we don't really need anything anymore. So for this guy, I'm going to add it into a closed surface. I don't need to add subdivision, just thickness. Okay, I think this isn't really bad, but it's better I have this hold down Alt and add this. So this one I'm going to make this 1 1. So this is more like a cloth object now. Okay, so I think that's it for that. So the other thing is for the ground floor. Okay, I just remembered now. So for this plane, where is this? Okay, then let me put on all these guys. The other thing I want to do is for this ground floor. So I'm going to solo that. And to create a hole here for the water drainage system to go through. So okay, so I'm going to select this guy, hold down Alt, put a bool object to it, then bring this on directly under it. So I have this cut. Okay, so if you select the bool, I'm going to hide edges and see. So I'm going to hide this. Okay, so this becomes action floor. Then if I come over to this section, I can see this right here. So if I highlight this, get rid of that. So we have this section. And then MS to bevel this. Scale this. Camera isn't going to see that though, so we have that. Just want to have that section. And possibly KL to I don't know what I'm doing now. I'm just trying to create something out here. So let's extrude this out and just intersect a little bit and move them up. So you have that illusion that okay, something is right there for the water to pass through.